Rise of the Ronin, this caught our eye. Team Ninja are back. A very different game to what they've done in the past, seemingly. Oliver, your thoughts on this one? It's been quite contentious, I think, amongst the
Yeah,
audience.
I think people are a little bit hung up on the visuals. And I think that from my perspective, if you know Team Ninja, it won't be that surprising or that upsetting at all because it does look a lot like their Katana Engine games. It looks a lot like Wo Long. It looks a little bit like what we saw from the infamous Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin.
Okay.
And I think this is their first current gen only title. I'm not seeing a whole lot of evidence of visual improvement relative to those earlier games, especially in pain points like GI and character rendering, especially in the phases.
Hmm.
But it is an open world title, which is new for them. Unfortunately, this isn't also it doesn't seem to be running at a consistent frame rate,
Yeah.
and I do worry that could be in the
That
final release as well.
that's how you can tell it's current gen only.
Exactly, yeah. Because some of the other titles do suffer from technical issues even on current generation hardware. So I'm worried about that. But the combat does look good. There's some cool stuff as well. Like I'm not gonna, there's some cool stuff I would say. Like there's some snow deformation, and there's the grass reacts to an explosion at about 1 minute 59 seconds in, but the animation isn't totally convincing there. The grass kind of just goes haywire from the explosion. So yeah, I think if you know Team Ninja's work, this will not come as a big surprise. But if you aren't super familiar with their work, then it might be a bit disappointing. But I think the game itself will probably be quite good based on their pedigree.
Okay. Anything to add to that, John? I don't know what to
I
make
think,
of this, to be honest.
yeah, I think Oliver, you're spot on. This is probably going to be an excellent game. Their recent titles, they're extremely well made in terms of core gameplay mechanics, and based on what we're seeing in the combat here, that looks to be continuing. So I have zero doubts about that. But like you said, yeah, it has a lot of the same trademark issues that you'd expect from a Team Ninja game at this point, visually speaking. I would argue that it's less visually striking than Ghosts of Tsushima
Mm,
in many
Definitely.
ways.
yeah.
Which, yeah, but hey, we'll see. I mean, it's cool that they're making this, I guess, and I'll be curious to see how it's received. Uh, but yeah, beyond that, not too much to say.